Hello everybody and welcome back to the WalkThru app tutorial. My name is Kurt and I will be walking you through today exactly what it looks like on the app on your phone or tablet device. So I will be using a tablet, an iPad to be exact, of exactly how to use this app on your phone or tablet. Okay, so just as a reminder, you can get this on, if you have an Android device, you can get this on the Google Play Store, and if you have an iOS or an Apple device, so like an iPhone or iPad, you can get this on the App Store. The app is free for everybody, so you don't have to worry about paying $1.29 or anything like that. The app is free to download, and then so this is once you download the app and you tap and get past the splash screen, this is the login screen that you will come to. Okay, and as you can see there, you have your login details. And just from my previous email, if you're wondering where this information comes from, when the initial person signs up for this, so for example, when you initially sign up for this app, you will get a login and password details. If you did not get that, please email us and let us know, or visit our website and let us know through there for customer feedback, okay? And we'll get you that immediately. You shouldn't get that, but if you do, please let us know. Every user that you create will also, so the person that you want to use this app in the field will get a login. We'll get login details as well with a username and password. The username will most likely be the email that you have as a work email for them, but their username will be their work email. Okay, so as you can see here, I've put in my login details, so here we go. So you have your login button. Just below the login button, you have reset password, so they can reset the password at any time, and then create a company account. So this is really important too, because let's say if you actually haven't created an account with us yet, and you found the app on the App Store or Google Play, now you can create your company details through here, and we will help you on the back end with that as well. All right, so I've put in my company details, my login details, and here we go. I'm tapping login, and off we go. So this is a tutorial that you will be faced with to help you understand exactly how to get you started and to create a deficiency. So it shows your project list here, and I'll go through all this. There's your project list. You can have a quick view of all your tasks or your deficiencies. You can add a ticket or a deficiency through the bottom right button. Again, I will show you all this here in a second. You can edit a ticket at any time, download attachment, and submit as complete. Again, I will show you how to do that. All right. Call. So up here, you can call a person on the deficiency details. You can call the client or whoever you need to call on here. Okay. Call and send an email as required. You can pull down the screen to refresh anything that's new coming in, and then you can create a deficiency from the bottom right, as shown from before. And then here, I'll show you how to do this later, but you can rename, delete, and annotate any picture that you need to in the gallery. Okay, and in the bottom right, it will say skip, and I will tap that button. So here we go. So after the tutorial, you will not see that again every time you log in. And just as a reminder is that once you log in, you will always, every time you open the app, you will always be permanently logged in unless the user or yourself has been kicked out from the back end, or if the person manually logs out. Okay, so here we go. So just giving you a tutorial through the screen. In the top right here, there is 4 bars, which is the menu. I will tap that right now, and here is your menu. It says, hello, Kurt Bogart, and I will say hello. Thank you for saying hello to me, right? You got your projects. You got your new deficiency. You can create it from here. My profile, which shows you everything. The tour would be the tutorial. Again, if you want to see it again, you can come and access it at any time. The tutorial is what you just saw when you first logged in. Project setup, you can create a project from here. Sorry, you can't create a project from here. It will give you the link to go do that from the back end, and you can log out. And of course, in the bottom there, if you need any help, please click here, and we'll take you to email support. Okay, so I'm just going to tap off. So here we go. So this is your projects. Okay, so your projects, again, being the complex you're working on, the home you're working on, the land that you're at, whatever have you. This is where your projects are. Okay, so these are just example purposes, but we call them DF Construct and DF Internal, but you can call them whatever you want. On the right there, the big green bar, you will see 10 open, or on the below 1 open. What that means is how many deficiencies are actually open within a project. Okay, and as you see in the top one there, it says 41% closed. That is showing you how many deficiencies have been closed within a project. Okay, so on the bottom there says 80% closed, right? So that gives you an example of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap the first project there with my finger. So I just tapped it with my finger, and now I'm loaded into the project, onto the screen within the project. All right, so you're going to have 4 tabs, as you can see here, working my way from top to bottom and left to right. Here you can have mine. These are all the deficiencies that have been assigned to you. So as you can see, for me, I have everything that's closed, and I'll go through that more in detail in a second. You're going to see it looks like there's an eye. It looks like an eye next to the deficiencies. That is what I call a watcher, and if you want more information on that, you can go back to marketing email number 4, where I describe creating a task to you. Okay, essentially what a watcher is, as a reminder, is someone who's watching the deficiency being done without actually having to take part in it. So like the client or an owner or someone. Okay, moving on to the right there, you're going to see the Open tab. Okay, so I just tap the Open tab, and everything here is all the deficiencies that are open within the project that you can see. Okay, so as you can see here, the green circle represents which tasks or deficiencies are open. I'm going to tap in Review. Here are the ones that are in review. And as you can see here, what it is yellow on the left there. What in review means, as a reminder, is the deficiency from the field has been completed, and it has now been submitted for review by the manager of who needs to sign off on that. Okay, and then I will go over here to closed, and then this shows you how many deficiencies have been closed within this project. And on the left there, you see it's displayed with a red icon showing that it is closed. All right. On the right there, you can see it says 9D, 28D. So what that is telling you is how many days ago it was closed. Okay. Work your eyes down to the bottom of the screen for me, and it will show you from left to right client details and project details. So client details, I'm just tapping that right now. This is your contact details to contact the client if necessary. I just tapped back. Project details, I'll tap that really quick. That will show all your details that have been created about this project, and you can do that on the back end from a computer or tablet on a web browser. Okay, so I'm going to tap back tickets again, and now I'm going to create a new deficiency. So I'm going to pretend now I'm a manager, and I'm going to create a new deficiency. So I can do this one of 2 ways. One, if you work your eyes down to the bottom right, you will see a green plus sign. That is the button to create a new deficiency. I'm not going to tap that now for demonstration purposes, but that's the fastest way to do it. The second way to do it is, as from before I showed you, if you go to the menu in the top right here, you tap it with your finger, the second bar down says New Deficiency. So I will tap that, and now we'll bring this up. This says Add Ticket. Would you like to add a photo? So just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to pick yes. This is the photo, let's say, of the deficiency you're going to take. If it's broken glass or a broken window, or let's say the door is ajar, or there's a hole in the drywall, whatever. Now you can actually come in here and take a picture of the deficiency and show them exactly what it looks like, and helps them find what they need to be looking for. Okay, so you can have access either to the camera on your iPad your tablet or your phone, and then or the gallery if you've already have it in there. So for demonstration purposes, I'm going to access my camera. So I'm going to tap it with my finger. Would you like to access the camera? Yes. Okay. Okay. So now I'm in my camera. I'm just going to take a picture here, of course, of my iPad. So I'm going to take a picture of the nice leather couch that I am sitting on. All right. So that is the picture. All right. So as you can see in the bottom right, you can say retake or use photo. I'm going to use the photo just because we're using demonstration purposes. And then WalkThru is would like to add to your photos. Of course, I'm going to go to OK. All right, guys. So now we have the picture here that I've used from my camera. Okay, so that is going to be what it looks like. So here now what I can do is I can I can hold it. So what I did was I just put my finger on the picture to hold it. And from here you can rename, delete, or annotate. I'm not going to do any of that right now, or you can just tap it with your finger. So that's just what I did right now. Okay, so on the top of the screen, you can say annotate on the top right, or attachments go back in the top left. So if I tap annotate, so here's all your annotate options. I can draw anything I want. I can change the color of my drawing and basically can circle what they want to look at. And you can either save it in the top right or tap back in the top left. Okay, so I'm just hitting the back button. So this is very important. On add ticket, it's actually not below the picture. It's actually over on the back button over on the top left. So I'm going to tap that, and now I've added my picture to the deficiency. Okay, so if you look at, this is now the screen for creating a new deficiency. Okay, so in the bottom left there, you're going to see attached, you're going to see a little red icon. That's actually a number 1, and that's showing you that your picture has been attached to the deficiency. Okay, so going on in here, we're going to, this is, so from top to bottom, just like pretty much on the back end for creating a task or a deficiency, you can pick your project here. So I'm going to pick my DF construct. All right, just below it is your deficiency name. I'm going to call it Kurt's, or Kurt deficiency, Kurt DF, perfect. Okay, so that's the name of the deficiency I'm going to call it. You can put a more detailed description in here. Just to save time, I'm not going to do that. Below that is your location. What location means here is where it is specifically in the project or the building. Okay, so as you can see here, you have first floor, fifth floor, 7th floor, and so on. Okay, so I can, and if you go scroll your eyes down to the bottom of my screen, it's going to say select location from list or add your own. And then a big green button that says add. Okay, so if you do not see your location in here, you can add your location from this app. Okay, so for this demo purpose, I'm going to pick first floor, and then it goes into another, you can create other locations on the first floor, let's say. So in here I have men's bathroom, there we go. Okay, so below that is priority. I'll give that a tap, and I'm going to pick normal. Okay, and then below that it says due date. I'm going to tap that, and it'll pull up a calendar. So I'm just going to pick a random date, March 10th. So that's the due date. That deficiency has to be done. I will tap done. All right, trade type. So I'm going to go in here to trade type, and I'm going to pick that the carpenter that this guy is, and then user is going to be me. I will pick Kurt Bogart. Okay, notify user on the bottom. What that means is if you want to notify the person you've just created the deficiency for, if they will be notified through email. So of course this is usually going to be on because you want to let everyone know through email that you've created a deficiency. Okay, especially the people who are not technology inclined, because they will be very heavy through email and don't like to use the app. And that's why we created that. Okay, so you can check that off though. Let's say if you want to update this a million times. Let's say you got some problems going on in the field and you just don't want to keep pumping people with emails. You can just turn it off. But most of the time, you can just check it back on. Okay, so everything's in here. I will tap save in the bottom right, and it is thinking. It's thinking, and boom. So if you've now noticed, we've come back to the main screen in the project. Okay, so now as you can see in the top there, it says number 48, Kurt DEF, which is the deficiency I just created. As you can see, I don't have to scroll. I don't have to wait. Boom, it's already in there. And that is it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pretend that the deficiency is now closed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in there and I'm just tap the deficiency I just created. This is what it looks like, by the way. Okay, so in the top there, I have the number. It's a carpenter who's assigned to it. Me, which is me being, I guess, Kurt, I would be the manager I would contact. Again, you can tap that and hold that, and it's going to bring up my contact email or send email or whatever. Okay, so as you can see, it's blue, which means that the information is in there. And as all you can see, all the information is in here. Scrolling top to bottom, required by, there is the date. Description is in there as well. Location is the men's bathroom. Notes, you can actually tap notes, and I just tapped it with my finger. And this is actually where you can text back and forth via the deficiency, so that if you need to communicate without having to make phone calls or emails, you can do it all within here. So if I just said hello to manager, whoever, now I'm tapping me, hello, but I'm the manager. So, but if someone has to communicate with you, it will all the notes will be kept here in the deficiency. So that way you guys aren't texting back and forth on your normal SMS or your WhatsApp, and that it doesn't get confused of where those messages were. It's all going to be stored in here, which is really cool. Okay, your attachments, of course, this is your picture, so I can come in here and do whatever I want if necessary. Okay, so now I'm going to submit this as complete. Let's say the deficiency has been done. I'm in the field. I'm monitoring it. I'm submitting it as complete. Now you can add a comment if you want. This will be put into the notes. So let's say if I just You can put, it's optional though, you don't have to, so I'll just put done. And I'm going to tap OK. Now it's thinking, and done. So in order for this to move to in review, you do have to scroll this. I just scrolled it down to refresh the page, and boom, it is now no longer in the open section. If I move over here to the in review section, there it is. So everything that's complete, you will get email notifications, by the way, of everything that I'm doing, letting you know when something's complete. It will also show up on the dashboard on the back end. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is everything's going to be stored and logged, and you're going to find out whenever everything's completed. Okay, you don't always have to come back in the app to check everything. All right, but so now I'm in review. What the good news is about this app, as a manager, I can close it from the app itself. I do not have to go to the back end or log in through the website to actually, through the web browser, not the website, through the web browser to close out a deficiency. I can do everything from the app as a manager. So as you can see there, Kurt deficiency is now in review. I'm going to tap that being the manager, and I'm going to have a look at everything. So required by here, and I can check out the notes. So I'm going to tap my notes here, and I'm going to see done. So remember when sorry, just give me a second, guys. It's showing up on my iPad, but not my computer. My apologies here. There it is. Okay, sorry about that. So there it is right there. So the done that I have down there, that's the optional notes I put in there. Okay, so you can put that in there. Attachments. Probably what's going to happen, I just have the original attachment in here, but you can actually add in an attachment in here as well, or a picture. Just take a picture and show that it's been completed. Okay, so now what you do is you go to View Deficiency Report as the manager, and then I can either approve the deficiency, which now will close it out. If something else needs to be done or a picture needs to be added, I will reopen the deficiency and add in that into the notes. Or I can go on the bottom there and go to View Report, and I can print out a report if necessary. So I will approve this deficiency as the manager, and it is now officially closed. And if you look in the top right of the screen, it will have a red check mark showing it has been closed. Again, I will go back here and refresh the page, and now we'll move over to the close menu. And that is really it, guys. That's what I'm going to go through here today. If you have any questions, please send an email to our email support, or just review this tutorial over and over and over again until you understand it. Or if you want a full-out demo or have specific questions, you can always send us an email or give us a phone call. And everything, all our information is on our website, in our signatures, on your emails. Please book it with us immediately, and we will come and answer any questions you have. So thank you very much, everyone. Have yourselves a great day and enjoy the app.